What if your greatest discovery became your final moment? What if the very thing you created to help humanity ended you? Today we're diving into 13 brilliant minds who pushed the boundaries of science and paid the ultimate price. Real geniuses, real experiments, real tragedies that changed the world. And number 1, it involves radiation, a notebook, and a legacy that's still dangerous to touch. I'm your host at Ominus, where innovation turns fatal. Let's begin. Number 13, Horace Lawson Hunley, drowned by his submarine, February 1863. Charleston, South Carolina. Horace Hunley has built a submarine, the H.L. Hunley, first combat submarine in history. He's tested it twice. Both times, it sank. Crew lost. But Hunley believes in his invention. He climbs inside for a third test, takes the controls himself. The hatch seals, the submarine descends, and never comes back up. They find it weeks later, 8 men inside, including Hunley, all gone, hunched over their stations, still at their posts. Here's the thing, the submarine worked. Technically, it could dive. It could navigate underwater, but it couldn't save its creator. 5 months later, they raise it, repair it, send it back out. It sinks again. 9 more lives. The H.L. Hunley took 17 people before it ever saw combat, including the man who dreamed it into existence. They found the wreck in 1995, raised it in 2000, and Horace Hunley's vision changed naval warfare forever, but he never lived to see it. Number 12, William Bullock, crushed by his printing press. April 1867, Philadelphia. William Bullock invented the rotary printing press, revolutionized newspapers, made information faster, cheaper, accessible to millions. He's installing a new press, adjusting the mechanism. His foot slips, gets caught in the machinery. The gears don't stop, they crush his leg, badly. Doctors try to save it. Infection sets in, gangrene, they amputate. Too late, the infection spreads. Days later, Bullock is gone, 54 years old. The man who helped spread knowledge to the world, taken by his own creation. His press kept running, newspapers kept printing, stories kept spreading, including his own. 1 paragraph, page 3. That's all he got. The irony? His invention made news travel faster than ever, and his own passing became just another story, printed on his machine. Read once, forgotten. Number 11, Alexander Bogdanov, the blood transfusion experiment. April 7th, 1928, Moscow. Alexander Bogdanov isn't just a scientist. He's a physician, philosopher, science fiction writer, revolutionary thinker, and he's obsessed with blood transfusions. He believes they can extend life, reverse aging, cure illness. He's performed them on himself 11 times, felt younger, stronger, so he keeps going. This time he transfuses blood from a student. The student has malaria and tuberculosis. Bogdanov doesn't know. The blood enters his system. Within days he's sick, severely. His body rejects it, shuts down. Bogdanov passes away. The student survives, actually improves, gets healthier. Bogdanov gave his life and accidentally saved another. His research wasn't wasted though. It laid groundwork for modern hematology, blood typing, transfusion protocols. He died so others could live, literally. But he never got to see the world his work created because he became the cautionary tale, the footnote, the scientist who went too far. Number 10, Karel Soucek, the barrel stunt gone wrong. January 19, 1985, Houston Astrodome. Karel Soucek is a daredevil, a stuntman, but also an inventor. He designed a barrel, a capsule, padded, reinforced. He rode it over Niagara Falls. In 1984, survived, became famous. Now he's doing it again, indoors, dropped from the Astrodome roof into a small pool, 180 feet down. The crowd watches, thousands of people. The barrel is released, it falls, fast, hits the rim of the tank, bounces, slams into the concrete. The barrel splits open. Soucek is unconscious, rushed to hospital. He passes away the next day, 37 years old. His invention saved him once, at Niagara, but it couldn't save him from ambition, from pushing too far. The Astrodome stunt wasn't about science, it was about spectacle. And spectacle demands more, higher, faster, riskier, until the risk becomes reality. Soucek proved his barrel could survive nature, but not human error, not miscalculation. His final stunt wasn't captured by history, it was captured by local news, a 15-second clip. That's his legacy now. Number 9, Michael Dacre, the flying taxi crash. August 16, 2009, Malaysia. Michael Dacre has spent years building a jet pod, a flying taxi, vertical takeoff, no runway needed, the future of urban transport. He's tested it, refined it, believes in it completely. This is the big demonstration. Prove it works, attract investors, change aviation forever. Dacre climbs into the cockpit, takes off. The jet pod rises, smooth, controlled, and then it falters, drops, crashes into the ground. Dacre doesn't survive. Investigators find the cause, a fuel blockage, simple, fixable, preventable. But Dacre was piloting alone, no co-pilot, no backup systems, just him and his dream. His family said he knew the risks. He always did, but he believed the world needed this, that flying taxis could save time, save lives, reduce traffic. And maybe he was right, but he never got to see it happen. His jet pod idea lives on. Other companies, other inventors, building on his work. But Michael Dacre became a statistic, a reminder that innovation has a cost, and sometimes the inventor pays it. Number 8, Sieur Premiol, the parachute pioneer, 1783, Paris. Sieur Premiol is fascinated by flight, by falling, by control. He designs a parachute, rigid frame, fabric canopy. It should work, theoretically. He tests it from a tower. It works. He's thrilled. So he goes bigger, climbs higher, finds a taller structure, jumps again. The parachute opens. For a moment it holds. And then, the frame collapses. The fabric tears. Premiol falls. The ground doesn't forgive. He's gone instantly. His design was close, almost there. But almost doesn't matter when you're falling. Other inventors learned from his attempt, refined the design, made parachutes safer, smaller, more reliable. Today, millions of jumps happen every year. Skydivers, paratroopers, pilots, all using technology Premiol helped pioneer, but he never got to see it. He jumped so others could fly, and fell so they could learn. That's the paradox of invention. The first attempt is often the most dangerous, and someone has to go first. Premiol did, and history barely remembers his name. Just that he jumped and didn't land. Number 7. Valerian Abakovsky, the high-speed rail disaster, July 24, 1921, Soviet Russia. Valerian Abakovsky is 25 years old, brilliant, ambitious. He's designed the Aerowagon, a high-speed rail car, powered by an aircraft engine, propeller on the back. It can hit 85 miles per hour, unheard of for rail travel. He's taking Soviet officials on a test run, Moscow to Tula, to show off his invention. The trip there? Flawless, fast, impressive. Everyone's excited. They board for the return journey. The Aerowagon accelerates, faster, faster, and then it derails. The speed is too much. The rails can't handle it. The car flips, crashes. Abakovsky and 5 officials are gone instantly. The Aerowagon program ends that day. No more tests, no more development. High-speed rail in Russia stalls for decades. Abakovsky wanted to revolutionize transport, connect the Soviet Union, make travel faster. But his invention moved faster than the infrastructure could support, faster than safety allowed, and he paid for it. Along with 5 others, the wreckage was cleared, the project buried, and Valerian Abakovsky became a cautionary tale. In Soviet textbooks, about innovation without preparation, speed without structure, ambition without limits. Number 6. Cowper Phipps Coles, the capsized warship, September 7, 1870, Bay of Biscay. Cowper Coles is a naval captain, an inventor. He designed a revolutionary warship, the HMS Captain, low profile, armored turrets, heavy guns. It's supposed to be unsinkable, the future of naval warfare. Coles insists on sailing with it, to prove his design works. The ship encounters a storm, rough seas, strong winds. The captain starts to list, tilts. The design flaw becomes clear, too top-heavy. The turrets, the armor, the low freeboard. It's unstable. Water floods the deck. The ship capsizes. 500 men on board. Only 18 survive. Cowper Coles isn't one of them. He goes down with his creation. The Royal Navy investigates, finds multiple design errors. Coles had ignored warnings from other engineers, from naval architects. He believed in his vision, refused to compromise, and it cost him, along with 481 others. The HMS Captain sank on its first voyage. Coles's other designs were scrapped, his reputation destroyed. But here's the twist. His turret concept? It worked. Other navies refined it, made it safer. Modern warships still use rotating turrets. Coles's idea lives on, but he drowned proving it. Number 5. Thomas Midgley Jr., strangled by his bed. November 2, 1944, New Jersey. Thomas Midgley Jr. is one of the most influential chemists in history. He invented leaded gasoline, made engines run smoother, and he invented chlorofluorocarbons, CFCs, refrigerants that changed the world. Both inventions turned out to be environmental disasters, but that's not what ended him. At 51, Midgley contracts polio, loses mobility, can't move freely, so he invents something else, a system of ropes and pulleys attached to his bed to help him sit up, adjust position, maintain independence. It's ingenious, classic Midgley. And then, one morning, he gets tangled. The ropes wrap around his neck. He can't free himself, can't call for help. The device strangles him. The man who changed global industry, ended by a bedroom contraption. Here's the horrible irony. His 2 major inventions? Leaded gas caused brain damage in millions. CFCs destroyed the ozone layer. Midgley accidentally harmed more people than almost anyone in history, and his final invention harmed only himself. Some call it poetic justice, others call it tragedy. Either way, Thomas Midgley Jr.'s legacy is complicated, brilliant, destructive, and fatal. Number 4. Otto Lilienthal, the glider crash. August 9, 1896, Germany. Otto Lilienthal is the father of aviation. He's made over 2,000 successful glider flights, documented everything, published research, inspired the Wright brothers. He's perfected the art of gliding, or so he thinks. This flight starts normally. Lilienthal launches from a hill, catches the wind, soars, beautiful, controlled. Then a gust hits, strong, unexpected. The glider pitches up, stalls. Lilienthal tries to correct, shifts his weight, not enough. The glider drops, 50 feet, straight down. He hits the ground, spine broken. He's rushed to a clinic, conscious, in pain. His last words? Sacrifices must be made. He passes away the next day, 48 years old. Lilienthal knew the risks. He wrote about them, studied them, but he believed flight was worth it, that humanity needed to fly, and he was right. The Wright brothers read his research, built on his designs, achieved powered flight 7 years later. Lilienthal never saw it, but without him, it might not have happened. He sacrificed himself, knowingly, for progress. That's not just tragedy, that's dedication. And maybe that's the scariest part. He knew, and he flew anyway. Number 3. Max Valier, the rocket car explosion, May 17, 1930, Berlin. Max Valier is obsessed with rockets, with speed, with space travel. He's tested rocket-powered cars, trains, even a rocket sled. Now he's working on a liquid-fueled rocket engine, more powerful, more efficient, the future. He's testing it in his workshop. The engine fires, pressure builds, and then it explodes. A piece of shrapnel hits Valier. Directly. He collapses. Gone within minutes. 35 years old. His assistant survives. Barely. The workshop is destroyed. Valier's dream was space. He believed rockets could take us beyond Earth. He was writing books about it, giving lectures, inspiring others. And he was right. Everything he predicted came true. Rocket propulsion, space travel, moon landings. But Valier died decades before any of it happened. His work influenced von Braun, the V-2 rocket, the space race, Apollo. All of it traces back to pioneers like Valier, who worked with unstable fuel, primitive materials, no safety protocols. They died so we could reach the stars. Max Valier's explosion wasn't just an accident, it was the price of the future, and he paid it in full. Number 2. Franz Reichelt, the parachute suit. February 4th, 1912. Paris. Eiffel Tower. Franz Reichelt is a tailor, an inventor. He's designed a wearable parachute suit. You jump, it opens, you float down safely. He's tested it on dummies, mixed results. But he's convinced it works. He just needs more height, so he gets permission to jump from the Eiffel Tower, 187 feet up. Cameras are there, journalists, crowds. Reichelt climbs up wearing his suit. His friends beg him not to. Use a dummy first. He refuses. He steps to the edge, hesitates. He's scared. You can see it on his face. And then, he jumps. The suit doesn't open. Reichelt falls straight down. Hits the frozen ground. The impact is recorded on film. You can watch it right now. He died instantly. His suit design was fundamentally flawed. Too heavy. Not enough surface area. It never had a chance. But Reichelt believed. And belief isn't enough. Not when you're falling. Number 1. Marie Curie, poisoned by her discovery. July 4th, 1934. France. Marie Curie is dying from a plastic anemia. Her bone marrow has failed, and she knows why. Radiation. She discovered it. Polonium. Radium. Spent decades working with it. Carrying test tubes in her pockets. Glowing in the dark. Beautiful. Deadly. There were no safety protocols. Curie would handle radioactive materials with her bare hands every day for decades. The radiation accumulated in her bones, destroyed her from the inside. And here's the thing. Her lab notebooks are still radioactive, a century later. Stored in lead-lined boxes, dangerous for 1,500 years, Curie won 2 Nobel Prizes, physics and chemistry. First woman to win, only person to win in 2 sciences. She changed medicine. Cancer treatment, X-rays, saved millions of lives. But she gave her own. She knew the risks eventually and kept working. Marie Curie discovered radiation, and radiation consumed her forever. So there you have it. 13 brilliant minds who pushed too far. Some knew the risks, others didn't. All of them changed the world, and all of them paid the ultimate price. Which story affected you the most? Drop your thoughts below. And if this kind of deep dive is your thing, stick around. Because next time, we're exploring 13 cursed objects that destroyed everyone who touched them. Real artifacts, real curses, real destruction. You're not going to want to miss it. Until then, remember, sometimes the greatest discoveries come with the greatest cost. And sometimes the inventor pays it. I'm out.